Now I know what you're thinking. Predicting the future is best left to those with questionable crystal balls and even more questionable hygiene. And you're mostly right. But while I can't tell you if you'll win the lottery tomorrow, you won't. I can tell you about the technologies poised to turn 2024 on its ear. So, buckle up as we count down the top 10 emerging technologies for 2024. Don't worry, I've fired my team of engineers, and we'll be using actual human words to explain this stuff. Mostly. Think of it as a buffet of mind-blowing technological advancements. Except instead of questionable mayonnaise salads, we have, well, even more questionable technological implications. But hey, at least it's interesting. First up, we're diving headfirst into the quantum realm. And no, I don't mean the Marvel universe, though this technology is pretty damn super. Quantum computing. It's a mouthful, right? Imagine a computer that's less like a calculator and more like that friend who can solve a Rubik's Cube, blindfolded while riding a unicycle. Yeah, it's that kind of weird and powerful. We're talking about solving problems in seconds that would take our best computers millennia. Think drug discovery, material science, and maybe even figuring out how to fold a fitted sheet. Maybe. It's early days, but quantum computing is like that promising new intern. A little rough around the edges, prone to the occasional meltdown, but with the potential to revolutionize the entire damn company. Next up, it's augmented reality, or AR. Now before you start picturing hordes of teenagers chasing imaginary creatures through the streets, though yes, that was a thing, AR is so much more than that. Imagine wearing glasses that overlay digital information onto the real world. Need directions? Boom, they pop up right before your eyes. Want to know if that questionable sweater your aunt gave you actually looks good? AR can tell you that too. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. We're talking navigation, shopping, even remote surgery. It's like having X-ray vision, but instead of seeing through walls, you see, well, mostly ads. But hey, at least they're personalized ads, right? AR is going to change how we interact with the world, and honestly, staring at our phones all day was getting a little old anyway. Now let's talk about the Internet of Things. No, it's not some exclusive online club for people who still use Internet Explorer. Seriously, stop using Internet Explorer. Think of it this way. What happens when you give every single device in your home an internet connection and a healthy dose of caffeine? You get the Internet of Things. Your fridge can order groceries when you're running low, your coffee maker can brew a fresh pot before you even wake up, and your toaster, well, your toaster can probably still only make toast. But at least it can do it while browsing cat memes. It's about connecting everything, from your car to your toothbrush, and making them talk to each other. Which sounds terrifying, yes, but also kind of convenient. Just imagine never having to turn on your own lights ever again. That's the dream, people. But seriously, the Internet of Things is about making our lives easier, more efficient, and maybe just a little bit weirder. Which, let's be honest, is what we do best. Next up, we got artificial intelligence, or as I like to call it, the technology that will either usher in a new era of prosperity or enslave us all. Who knows? Now AI is already everywhere, from those creepy targeted ads that seem to follow you around the internet, seriously, how do they know, to those customer service chatbots that are somehow both incredibly helpful and incredibly frustrating at the same time. But in 2024, AI is taking things up a notch. We're talking self-driving cars, robots that can write Shakespearean sonnets, probably better than some humans I know, and maybe even AI-powered dating apps that can finally find you a partner who doesn't list watching Netflix as their only hobby. So yeah, AI is going to be huge. Just remember, when the robot uprising does happen, I for one welcome our new robot overlords. Ah, blockchain, the technology that everyone pretends to understand at parties. It's like the Bitcoin of, well, technology. Imagine a digital ledger that's spread across countless computers, impossible to tamper with, and more secure than Fort Knox guarded by 1,000 honey badgers on caffeine. That's blockchain. But here's the thing. While blockchain is best known for its association with cryptocurrencies, it has the potential to revolutionize far more than just our digital wallets. We're talking supply chain management, voting systems, even tracking the origins of your morning coffee. Though I do have to admit, the idea of a blockchain-powered coffee bean tracker does seem a bit excessive. It's like using a rocket launcher to kill a mosquito. But hey, at least you'll know exactly where that mosquito came from, right? Remember when everyone was freaking out about 5G? They were convinced it was going to give us all superpowers or turn us into mindless zombies. Well, the good news is, Neither of those things happened. Yet. What 5G does offer is significantly faster download and upload speeds. We're talking downloading a full-length movie in the time it takes you to choose what to watch on Netflix. It's that fast. This is great news for anyone who's ever been stuck buffering a video in public. You know, those awkward moments where you're forced to make eye contact with strangers while your phone struggles to load a 2-minute cat video. So, yeah, 5G might not give us superpowers, but it will make our internet experience significantly less embarrassing, and honestly, that's just as good. Now, let's talk biotechnology. It's like taking the building blocks of life and rearranging them with the precision of a Michelin star chef creating a culinary masterpiece. Except instead of delicious food, we get, well, hopefully not giant mutant spiders. We're talking gene editing, personalized medicine, and even lab-grown meat. That's right, meat that doesn't involve, the whole raising and slaughtering animals thing. It's like something out of a science fiction novel, but it's real and it's happening now. Biotechnology has the potential to cure diseases, feed the planet, and maybe even create those glow-in-the-dark pets you always wanted as a kid. Just, maybe don't ask where they got the DNA, so buckle up because the future of biotechnology is looking bright and potentially bioluminescent. Next up, let's talk about those metal boxes on wheels that seem to be taking over the roads. Autonomous vehicles, or, as your grandma might call them, those darn robot cars. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm not getting in a car without a steering wheel, and that's fair. It is a bit unnerving to think about a computer being in control of a 2-ton hunk of metal hurtling down the highway at 70 miles per hour. But here's the thing. Autonomous vehicles have the potential to be much safer than human drivers. They don't get tired, they don't get distracted by their phones, and they definitely don't drive under the influence. So, while it might take some getting used to, autonomous vehicles are the future of transportation. Just try to explain that to your grandma without her having a meltdown. Let's be honest, fossil fuels are so last century. They're bad for the environment, they're running out, and frankly, they're just not that cool anymore. It's time to embrace the future of energy solar power. And no, I'm not talking about those clunky solar panels your uncle used to have strapped to his roof. We're talking about sleek, efficient solar panels that can be integrated into everything from windows to clothing. Imagine a world where your house powers itself, your car runs on sunshine, and your clothes charge your phone. It's like living in a futuristic utopia, only without the mandatory jumpsuits and the oppressive government regime. Solar energy technology is advancing at a breakneck pace, and it's only a matter of time before it becomes the primary source of energy for the entire planet. Cole, you had a good run. Finally, we come to the most mind-blowing technology of them all, neurotechnology. It's the stuff of science fiction, the kind of technology that makes you question the very nature of reality. We're talking brain-computer interfaces, brain implants and devices that can read your thoughts. Yes, you heard that right, your thoughts. Imagine a world where you can control your computer with your mind, where you can download knowledge directly to your brain, and where you can communicate telepathically with others. It's like something out of a cyberpunk novel, but it's rapidly becoming reality. Of course, with great power comes great potential for misuse. I mean, can you imagine what would happen if this technology fell into the wrong hands? It's like giving a toddler a flamethrower. But hey, let's not dwell on the negative. Neurotechnology has the potential to revolutionize healthcare, communication, and even entertainment. Just be prepared for a world where your thoughts are no longer your own. So there you have it, the top 10 emerging technologies for 2024. From quantum computing to neurotechnology, the future is looking pretty damn exciting. And by exciting, I mean both incredibly cool and mildly terrifying, but hey, that's progress, right? Now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to invest in some tinfoil hats and stock up on canned goods. Just in case the robot uprising happens sooner than expected. Be sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates on the future of technology. Unless, of course, you're too busy being assimilated by AI or having your brain probed by neuroscientists. In which case, please let me know how it goes. I'm genuinely curious.